In a previous video, I talked about how to install Joomla, and there are two ways. The first method was for you to download it from here from joomla.org. The other method that you can utilize is from your Cpanel or your control panel. Now, based on what you're using, yours may look like this or it may look completely different from this. It really doesn't matter how it looks. The goal of it is you want to find anything that allows you to install Joomla. So on my end now, I'm using the Cpanel. If you're using Plesk or anything else, you just need to locate where it allows you to install Joomla. You can also search here. So for this one, I'm going to click on the subtoculus, or you can also just search here for something, but let's just click on this here. So this allows you to install multiple applications. And what we want to do now is we want to install Joomla. So let's click on install. When you're installing it, you have two options. If you have a domain name that you want to build this site with, in other words, this is a fresh site, you don't have any other content on there, then you can just keep it as your primary domain name. But in my case, I already have another site on the primary domain name. So we're going to install Joomla on a subfolder or subdirectory. Again, if you're installing Joomla on the primary domain name, you don't have to put anything here. But in my case, I'm going to put in a subfolder just so that way we know that this is where the Joomla installation is going to be located. So I'm just going to call this one EasyStore. Okay. When I click on EasyStore, you don't have to change this right here. Just leave it as is for now. We can work on that later on. And then you can choose the version. When you click on the drop down, you have Joomla 2.5, 3, 4, and then you have 5. Yours should have the latest version, which is 5 or above. If you have something that's a little lower than 5, then you can still install it. But I would recommend going with Joomla 5 because of the updates that's been released. So if you have anything less than 5, you want to contact your web hosting company to inform them that you need Joomla 5. So now that we have there, the next part of it is you want to put in your site name. Again, the information that I'm showing you here, you can change this later on even after you install Joomla. So I'm going to call this one EasyStore. And then I can just leave the description, e-commerce website. Now again, you can change this later on for the admin. I'm going to leave this as admin, and you can type in a password. Now the password has to be at least, it's going to let you know if the password works or not. So I'm going to type in here password. I'm going to hide it. So you can hide it or you can show it. So I'm going to hide the password and create something. And as you're typing it, it's going to let you know the strength of it. And then of course for the real name, you can put your real name here. You can put the store name, whatever you want to put in. And for the email, you can put in your email right here, whatever email address that you want to put in. And when you scroll down, you have the language. Select. Joomla is a multilingual platform, so you can install different languages, right? But I'm not going to do that for this. And if you want the installation details to be emailed to you, then you can put your email here, but I'm not going to do that again. That's optional that you can do that. So you can do here, you can go to quick install, and it's going to do its thing, you know, go through the process and install the stuff that's needed for you to get started. Okay, so now you've successfully installed Joomla. You notice here it's going to show you where the front end of your site is and where the back end. So with Joomla, you have a front end. This is what the general public sees once they go to your domain name. And then you have the administrative back end. This is just for you or your admins. This is not something that you want to give everyone access to. So once you've downloaded it, now you want to click on the admin. So you click on here. And the way that you get to a Joomla admin, or the way that you can tell a website is Joomla, is you put administrator at the end of the URL. So in my case, it's the domain name, whatever your domain name is, then EasyStore, and then administrator. Again, if I was installing Joomla on the primary domain name, without any subfolders, I wouldn't have to put EasyStore. This EasyStore is just another location of the domain name, since I already have something installed on the main website. So I'm going to click on administrator. So now this is going to take me on the back end.